Alright. So I took it long enough. It is still late, but I'm determined to do 2 videos a day, alright? Oh, also because she wanted her own plate to go with ice cream as soon as she saw mine. Oh, it looks delicious. A fresh plate of berries brought in as well, which would really go great with the rest of this feast, as Kylie puts it. And if I indulge in the sweetness, I have a cup of black coffee to pair with it. With our bellies full, Kylie grows content with just scribbling on a piece of scrabble paper and calmly chatter about her week. She talks to her older brother, Rowan, and their parents, how they plan to go to the Bloxland in Berkshire for the winter holidays. She mentions Miss Pink, Rebecca, which I listened to with half an ear. Our initial meeting had been a mess, but I can't quiet myself to cling stories about her teacher wholeheartedly. The fentanyl sting in my hand is still itch. Got you. Damn. Alright, it's not like fun to film in the garage, right? She talks to me, the Sandman, at the park, while her new friend, who likes to play hide and seek when she's not sniffing the loo. When finally she finds nothing new to talk about, she goes back to her drawings. That'll change as soon as her stomach settles, of course, to come before the storm. Because behaving as she is right now, I can feel the curiosity just radiating off her. There's a restless buzzing under her skin and a question on the tip of her tongue, as they often are with child her age. But for now, I can take this piece with no complaint for however long it stays. I found with the crayons well, at the child's assistance, even if I can't really draw with Kylie's using a black crayon, that leaves me with a blue one. I asked him mentally start to draw a puppy to the best of my abilities. So I attempt to give the doodle dog another eye that Kylie breaks her silence.
Tio? Where did Tia go? I saw them leave when I got here. Tia didn't look so good.
I've been expecting a lot of different questions. The kids always had a whole bunch of them ready for me, but I can only sign when she posts this particular one.
She's just going to the doctor's for a checkup.
And as the kid goes, there are follow-up questions.
And you didn't go with her?
Well, you were going to be here, sweetie, so I had to stay behind.
So she's all alone? At the hospital?
Oh, no, of course not. Tia has Johannes and her maid and a guard. She's got plenty of company.
Yeah, but you're not with her.
If I didn't know better, I said the kids tried to make me feel guilty. I want to say the little tyke is evil for making me feel so.
But I understand. When I get sick, Papa and Mama have to leave me with their maids, too.
Well, they don't take care of you?
That doesn't sound right. Even my mom took care of me when I was sick as a child.
Well, they're always busy with work.
Oh, I see. I guess that's no good.
Nope. I know she doesn't mean to accuse me or anything, but as her father's boss, maybe I do overlook Shreds a bit. There's a lot of responsibilities that only he is capable of carrying out. Sorry, I'm having a lot of gas in my throat. I'm just... and top of that, I have a strep throat. For my kids, alright? Delegation is a thing, sure. But when the same responsibility are legal questionable at best, putting others to a task isn't always an option. But...
maybe your papa is in need of some vacation time. He deserves it, doesn't he? He's a hard worker. I could arrange something for the holidays.
I could cut him some slack. Some of his assignment can wait. I can't do better for her mom. She isn't one of my employees. But this would have to suffice. It'll be worth it if it makes a little girl happy. Because, just like that, the sober look on her face turned to one of pure joy. It's like looking at a little sun, warm and bright. It's nice to have something kind every now and then.
Would you really, Tio?
Would you like that?
I'd like that very much, yeah! We can go to this museum! There's one with lots of cool trains and planes! I like trains! And there's the local Manor theme park! a monkey forest. There's a kid adventure farm too, the wacky warehouse, and a play barn as well. And
Whoa, slow down there, Munchkin. I know you're excited, but I think you should let me schedule your dad's day off before you plan a whole year's worth of stuff.
This embarrassment giggle, but she does reel herself in enough to calm down, which is a feat in and of itself. It's obviously how giddy she is. I was gonna say giggity. If she wasn't looking forward to the holiday before, like any child should, she does now.
I think Tia would be really happy if you were with her. You could have told me you needed to go to the hospital with her, Teal. I won't be angry.
I'd love to be with her, but I wanted to spend time with you, Munchkin. And she told me to stay. Besides, I don't like hospitals. They always smell like alcohol. Not the good kind either.
Uh-huh.
I don't think anybody likes hospitals. They're scary. But you said Tia is brave and strong.
That she is.
The continued silence comes over us as we go back to scribbling. Though I stop when I'm done with my blue dog, cringing at how awful it looks. Kylie reprimands me for that because I shouldn't be like her. The little tyke goes through several sheets of paper, one drawing after another. Practicing, she says, because practice makes perfect. Not to mention there's a drawing contest coming in the class, and she just has to beat Tim from Class D, who says girls can't be superheroes. The clique gets a turn too, where we're sculpting foods and pretend we're Michelin chefs. When we're too tired to toss pizza and make cakes, there's no trouble finding another activity more relaxing for both of us. I find myself investing in reading the picture of Dorian Gray once more. Often I lose myself in the pages of the book. However, it is rather difficult to do so when I'm also trying to keep an eye and ear out for Kylie. I've been reading the same photo paragraph over and over again. Inexplicably, I can feel my skin crawl when the girl sits with Narcissa by the parlor's fireplace, humming, singing. Though I know it long enough to hear only the tail end of the song.
Everything is up in flames, up in flames, up in flames. Everything is up in flames, my fair lady.
What kind of teacher? Who teaches the kid the song Everything's End Up in Flames? Is that the London Bridge going down? I don't know. Is the London Bridge going down a better term for Everything's Up in Flames? They're both bad, but the flame just looks more terrible. Everything's up in flames? Really? Oh shit. I don't think I can spend any more time with Kylie considering how high strung I feel. So it's a good thing that she just came for her as soon as I called. Though it's earlier that they agreed upon time, he voiced no complaint. The bastard even has a look of relief as soon as he left. Or at least, I interpret it as such from where I stood by one of the windows, not bothering to step out and greet the man. No doubt she still doesn't trust me around his spawn. Well, he has every right to be suspicious of me. I am a dangerous man after all. But to my chagrin, that leaves me with the rest of the day with nothing to do. Well, aside from picking the mess, Kylie... Oh shit. She left the doll, didn't she? Scared about the parlor, to my immense relief. She remembered to take all... Oh, okay, cool. The doll home with her this time. Because the same cannot be said to crayon paper littered around here and there. First things first. I snatched my old doodle off the table, ripped it to shreds, leaving no hope that I would see the light of day. The rest of drawing out with Kylie's remained unharmed as I collected a lot. Though they had been stacked neatly on the table before, they must have been blown about when I saw Kylie left off. There are plenty of them. From cats and cakes to colorful rainbows and gardens, the child managed to make a lot during her morning here. There's one more that I have to fish out of the fireplace where it landed. I expect to see another Kylie's masterpiece. Oh shit. I'm instead agreeing with something a little bit more concerning. Takako! Takako! So that's who Takako is. Nice drawing, Kylie. And there's me, and there's Kylie. The two of us, side by side, smiling as a stick figure shouts at a steady, non-scripted feel. Not much I can ascend it without looking at a label below the dueling feet. The third figure standing me is in the drawing. A woman with a face hidden behind a curtain block. Takako, running under her supplies.
Takako says you're making a really funny face.
Wow.
Takako?
Takako, a friend I made.
Oh, so that was her name. The hair on my back stands and I feel a chill go to my spine. A breath that isn't mine. That has turned me around except hoping to see anyone, but nothing. And that's when I heard it. Laughter, sweet and merry laughter ringing around the ballroom. Think about it as my cheeks burning and my blood running hot. It's not even being mocked. As I step to the door, I have to stop myself from shouting out the store. I expect to see some kind of help, thinking about idly from their duties. Perhaps they thought they can slack off their duties without their hip bother around. And with my preoccupation with Kylie, well, they had nothing coming. But again, nothing. Am I about to die? Wow. Okay, it's just string of events, so I'm not gonna die or anything. Cool. Nothing from what I can see but a cursory glance. At the very least, I roam around looking for near impossible hiding places. And still I'm all alone. I can hear the laughter, the cursed laughter, echoing about the room in my head.
Who's there? Show yourselves and show some respect to the master of the house.
Coldness on the east settles my stomach when no one answers. I stomp my own 2 feet, feeling a wave of nausea come from nowhere. I have to put a hand against my wall to stay up. When the world shifts, pain explodes from behind my eyes. What? Really? That stress? It takes every ounce of my self-control not to heave, then and there. The only thing my pride allowed me to do is to close my eyes in an attempt to elevate some of the pain. Alleviate? Oh no! Vague, unfamiliar images, dare I say memories are not mine, flash in my head, unbidden and unwelcome. Like a strong hammer strike the head, threatening to crack my skull and split in two. Whatever emotions they hold are muted. I'm nothing but a spectator. Still, its weight feels palpable. Though it doesn't take long for this sensation to get in my head. Though my eyes and my ears, it creeps and buzzes in the space between. One after another, they come at me, an unending flood of threats to sweep me away for what feels like eternity. Each one, a show of both joy and suffering for those who have recalled this mansion their home. Each new seems like a hammer to its head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. I can feel every little motion and blurry image that present itself in my head. I feel part of these, like I live through them, though I know that's not possible. All the anger bursts through me. And much is evident, but the pains more so. And above all of it are whispers. The voice calling, lurking, until one manages to emerge in vivid contrast with the others. When there's a shadow of joy, my eyes snap open, looking for the culprit. That's when the whole room just changes. Everything's the same, yet everything isn't. Oh, what? What happened? There are people everywhere, laughing and dancing. I should be concerned about them, but my mind finds it easy to dismiss as they fade in and out of nothingness. Instead, I find my concentration drawn to a man and a woman, though one can call the lord and lady going by their clothes. You know just how happy the couple looks, though the man's eyes are eerily blank, like he's not there at all. He's not there. His face is familiar enough, if in fact they both are. I can't quite place why. The two makes a pretty picture as they dance in the center of the ballroom. Even the phantom crowd's intention to stay on them. It reminds me so much of Hannah and I during the early days of marriage, the honeymoon years they call it. We were happy too, all smile her sunshine, even with the normal dreary weather. Younger, we had less to worry about, or at least thought of that way. I wished we could go back even with all that I did and had to do. But life has a way of catching up. There was work to be done. Although we had to stay the loving, perfect couple in public, I could not afford to look so weak. To appear tied down to someone else, to those who knows who I really am, I had to harden my heart when I had business. But it hadn't always been easy to switch that part of me on and off. I should be concerned about intrusion too. Ask what the bloody hell they do in my house. Throwing a party as if they own the place. Ask myself how the fuck I didn't know what's going on before, when the parlor and the foyer are both only a few steps away, a few doors away. But I have the feeling that yelling, screaming at them won't do much of anything anyway. None of the others have given me the notice. I realize that this might not even be real. It dawns on me that these two are the people from the paintings, and one's all over the mansion. Which makes sense. I don't think I'm imagining. Jesus, man, I'm imaginative enough to make all this up on my own. This must be a dream, or really horrible high. Just then, I can feel my eyes as I contemplate the absurdity of the situation. Yet I find difficulty in trying to tear my eyes away from the two dancing. I manage, and I regret looking away. Oh no! The woman from the garden stands beside me. I can hear her riding breath, menacing and chilling. Try talking to her! This is a chance, right? Everything in me screams run, but something pins me to a spot as she just look at me, watching and waiting. The clamor of the voice filled the ballroom. Although they say such welcoming words, I do not feel comforted by the madness I'm experiencing. The joyous voice turned sinister and full body into my ears. The chorus of people that shouldn't exist, trying to overwhelm me, drown me even as I stand on dry land. The music still plays a Fenton quartet. Continue while I stayed here, vulnerable and afraid. But the dance has already ended. And I'm afraid I might just be in tonight's entertainment. Attention is all well and good until a bolt lock like this go down. These phantom people watching me, thousands of eyes scrutinizing, although they cheer for my return. Cajole me to dance and join the merriment. There are eager hands all over, pulling me in every direction, but do not move from me enough to remove from the woman's gaze.
Listen. Can you not hear them as they welcome you home? Your kind, our kind.
Not possessed.
You're one of us, my love. We are bonded by the blood we share.
The fuck? I thought the voice I just overwhelmed me before. It is nothing compared to how they are now. The voices are loud, speaking in unison, echoing over there in the space of my head. They welcome me back as if I always belong, as if I meant to be here in the first place. They call me these titles and the name do not belong to me, and that man's face, the one with the empty eyes, flashes again before me. Once, fleetingly, like a new memory having burned itself in my mind. I have no struggle for air when I come to myself after.
I'm not. This isn't.
The welcome turned to a scream of my protest, pained by desperate plea for my help, telling me that this is my duty to stay, telling me I belong among them, to them. Gently touches turn to near threatening, the warning stretches in the baring teeth of my predators before they truly maim someone. My mouth goes dry as I struggle to speak some sense to this hallucinatory madness, but I don't get a chance as they drown my voice.
Our lord, my prince.
You should put on some makeup. At her worst is a compulsion state. Though my heart races in my chest, the fear I should be experiencing refuses to register my head. Mind and body at war with each other, nearly tear me in two. Only finally returned to us. The compulsion to walk into her are strong, whisper my head to tell me to go to her. They say that she's safety. She's the home and heart. We have been waiting for so long, but the repulsion of these thoughts, I rush away and turn to a small gasp. Without hesitation, I start making a run for it. I literally falter when an angry shriek pieces in the air, inhuman and monstrous. I I don't dare look back. I just run. I didn't care if this is a drug-induced hallucination or not. I just run. Out of the ballroom. And out of the parlor. It's the only thing I bought to look back, hoping, praying to God I score anything enough to pursue me. I would have run all the way out of the mansion too, if someone didn't get in my way. I climb with a body longer than mine and fall back to the ground, head spinning as I look up the stained glass. Turn my head to the side, replace the colorful sides with a pair of shining black shoes. Fatigue fills to every inch of my being then, making me refuse to get up. Meanwhile, a familiar head of ginger hair looks down at me in bemusement.
You really must look where you're going if you insist on running about. Do tell, where is the fire?
Oh, thank God you're here.
I do hope you don't have a concussion. Can you count backwards from 15 to 1 for me?
Oh, fuck off, you wanker. Just help me up.
I do not think insulting me if you do have a concussion is a smart decision. But no, really. 15 to 1.
That woman, she was here. I told you to keep an eye out for her.
The other man offers an arm and pulls me back to my feet again. But before I can storm off and pull him to the ballroom, he anchors me down with one hand at my shoulders and the other touching my back of my head.
No bruising or bump. That still does not mean that you don't have a concussion. If you are too lazy to count backwards, can you tell me your full name? Where are you currently?
We don't have Lucille Mitchell Wright, and this is the Ermengarde bloody fucking foyer. But we don't have time for this.
You must make and have the time to make sure you are not broken in the head. I have already sent security to scour the whole house when I saw you running out of the parlor, Dummkopf. If the woman is here, they will have her. You will only be slowing them down if you plan to interfere.
When he points that out, I realize there are guards starting to filter the house as I would speak, with some already searching the nearby rooms. Armed with uniform man goes about the pairs, making so that the house is a flurry of activities. He lets go of me then, with the knowledge I'm not really too keel over anytime soon.
I was hoping that you would be tired from dealing with the young miss on my return. Instead, you come running and hit your head. Such a troublesome boy. Shall I be carrying you to bed, too?
I can manage just fine on my own. Though I don't see how I can sleep until that woman is caught.
It'll be easier to keep you safe in your quarters. This is twice we've known the woman to break in. I think we can safely presume that you hold her interest.
Yes. He says in a matter-of-fact tone that brooks no argument. Not like an argument means I'm kept safe. The two of us hurry upstairs, though we remain watchful and worry of potential threats to my person. We make it to the master bedroom without any trouble though, and the two security are left outside the door. No problems at all. Not until we get inside. Oh shit, Johanna's eyes scan the room widely, the look of dread on his usual stoic face. And I don't understand for a moment, looking around the bedroom, it's empty. But then I realize...
Where's Hana? She came home with you from the hospital, didn't she?
Shit.
She's supposed to be here. I sent one of the maids to accompany her here, to let her rest.
I feel the color drain my face when he raises a hand to stop me from charging out there.
Stay.
I'm not staying in here while Hana stays out there.
One of the guards will find her and bring her here.
And what if they don't? What if that woman gets to her first? What if she already has her?
That's not possible.
You can't promise that.
The still second I reach onto my side of the bed and pull out one of my knives. I have no doubt the other man can take me on if we both are armed, but with this I can even the feel, or at least deter her from escalating the situation and risking hurting either of us.
I'm going out there to look for Hana, and you're either with me or you aren't. I'm not risking Hana, and I'm not leaving her alone.
Still looks like a stubborn meal he refuses to budge in front of the door. There's a withering look on him when I try to match. One that somehow I'm losing fast too, even with him not saying a word yet.
Can you see yourself in the mirror right now? You are in no proper state to go looking for anyone. If it will make you happy, I will do the looking. But please, and don't make me repeat this, stay where it's safe, where security can find you. We already have one person to be worried about. Please don't add another one to it.
Perhaps it's his tone. In spite of a general disdain for virtual everything that he has to do with me, I like to think that over the years he has grown to care for Hannah at least. Much as I loathe to admit this, I trust him with their safety over any servants in this house. So,
You have 2 hours, Shuriken. I don't think it'll take that long to find one missing woman in this house. 2 hours. Any more than that, and I'm going out there.
Of course.
Despite his words, he lingers. If I don't eat better, I'll say he wants to make sure I get in a damn bed and sleep before he turns away from me. What am I, a child? Watch me treat me like one. There's a reason why we never get along.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And the knife?
The knife stays.
Very well.
Only then does he seem to get a hint. With a nod, he leaves, locking and closing the door behind him. For a moment, I still hear his voice while he gives me the guards outside firm instructions. Then, in the hush as they has depart and his footsteps fade away, one that doesn't quite last. And quickly as the sign settles, lightning flashes across the sky, followed immediately by the loud boom of the thunder. And that winker strikes so dangerous close that I can feel electricity in the air. The power goes out not a second later, and I feel as I'm being mocked by whatever greater power there is. All is deathly still for a moment, but soon the rain starts once again. Far heavier than the light drizzle from this morning, it's a pitter-patter hitting hard against the place's roof. Despite the noise, I find myself drawn to my bed, exhausted, having a little nap. I'm safe here, and I'll be safe too. Shurikens will find her, and when I wake, she'll be here. It does not take long. Once my head hits the pillow, in a matter of minutes, darkness claims me, bringing with me laughter whispers of a twisted love from a time long gone. Well,
Stay away!
what?
Who are you?
Sweet dreams, my love. It'll be over soon. Yes, by some familiar voices, unwanted touches from the shell looking in the dark, rousing it's a slow, arduous process. Difficult, every limb heavy with lead, no matter my aversion for the words they murmur in my ears or the sight of her horror smile from afar. My body refused to yield. I am at their mercy, beyond the fathomable reason. My conscience refused to pull the waking world, chose to linger in the pits of dream, gradually draw me deeper into unknown depths. Somehow, even if it might mean I may never open my eyes, I allowed them.
You do not belong there, my prince.
Not that I mind getting a few extra hours, of course. The mind's more comfortable as it is. After an exhausting day yesterday, babysitting Kylie in the stress of finding an intruder in my own home, I think I deserve a little break. Once in a while, especially going through all that in a single day. I can only be receiving ends for so many unacceptable things within the span of a few hours, you know? A gracious host of the person I am, my patience has limits too. Although there's still that problem with Hannah, I haven't forgotten that, of course, but that's why I hired Shuriken. He's competent enough. He will even last a day in my service if he's any lesser than those half-wits who thinks they can deceive me with those sweet words. He's more capable of working on his own without guidance. Let the butler take a little problem with Hannah while Hannah.
You do not need her.
Shit.
I am here. We are here.
She's right. She's sleeping right beside him.
This is where your home is.
Where you belong for the blood we share? Come back to us? How long has it been since? Johannes had never taken this long before.
Surely there should have been an update by now. Alright?
So why isn't there?
Please don't go.
Bloody hell, the cretins I've surrounded myself with.
You're about to get raped. It is a long enough reason for force myself out of bed. And I assume it has always been the case. My eyes fly open, expecting a warm rays of sunshine filtering through the curtains. Only to be where a blinding flash of light and a loud bloom of thunder. that sounded nearly too close to my ears. Strong gusts of wind occasionally bursting from the open balcony door, bringing in a drizzle of cold rain into the room. I must have left it open earlier before dozing off. The carpet in the floor close to it is already drenched. Hannah's going to be so cross once she sees this. Not an immediate problem. If anything, the power outage we should be minding first. With the truest still at large, steering through the darkness might be far more fatal than multiple stabs wound and a gunshot to the chest. Alright, my kid threw up in the bed, so I'm gonna have to end the video. Damn. Dude, this is hard. Like, I'll just tell you guys this right. Oh, this is very hard. Having like your family and doing kids like your I mean, one kid was okay, but with two kids, both are sick, have strep throat, and they have fever. You know, I am slipping out while they sleep to do recording. It's very hard, trust me. But I think I'm wide awake thanks to them. I don't know what should I say though. But anyway, I really gotta go. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. I really want to finish this. I will finish this. All right. And thank you guys for all your support. I really do read your comments. I'm sorry if I'm sometimes dumb on my playthroughs. I just me. I'm like a dog, you know. It's like I keep checking things. Like no, it's like keep pressing that button, keep going to our same room, and just see there. So please forgive me, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys, and thank you.